Welcome to the Happenista HookUp with me, Jenny Garrett, and my wonderful guest, Sarah Kerrigan. You'll be hearing all about her in a moment. Happenistas are women who make things happen in their own unique way. And I created a program called the Happenista Project, a transformational online project to bring all of these women together. So welcome, Sarah. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you, Jenny?
Yeah, really good today. So thank you for giving up your time today. We really want to get to know you better. So tell us a bit about you, your journey and where you are now.
Sure. So I am a PA in the fashion and footwear industry. Been doing that for 12, 13 years or so. And I'm about to make a move into the wine industry. So still working in a support role as a PA. But yeah, switching up the industries, which is fun. And another industry I'm interested in, I think. So that sounds good.
Yeah.
I'd say another one of my passions is travel, however, and my career could also be characterised by taking a couple of 7-month career breaks to travel the world. So I'm a bit of an aspiring travel writer as well, and whilst I'm travelling I do a bit of remote virtual assistant work whilst I'm on the road.
You've definitely got a portfolio career, so being give it a support role during the day, VA role in the evening, and a travel writer all in one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that's so common now, actually, that people pursue many interests. It's not just one job and then home life. They actually have a more blended life. So really exciting and great to hear about that in practice as well. Yeah,
sure. I think variety is the spice of life, and it's nice to be able to combine all my interests and passions into my life, whether it's in a work or leisure context.
Yeah, brilliant. So I hear you're writing a book, and I want to know what made you want to write it and what can we expect from it?
Okay, so whilst I was on my 2 round the world trips, I kept a travel blog. It was mainly for friends and family, a bit like a postcard home, say. So rather than having to check in with everyone, call everyone, I thought they can just log on to my blog and see what we've been up to. And the feedback I had from the blog was really positive. Everyone was saying, "Oh, I really love your writing. You write really well. I really enjoy hearing all about your adventures." And a few people, albeit friends and family, said, "Oh, you should write a book." So at first I just kind of, was flattered by their compliments. But then I thought, actually, you know what? I think I would like to write a book. I always really enjoyed writing the blog. And so that seemed like the next logical step, actually, to write a book. So it's based broadly on my travel experiences. And when I resigned from my job, so 2 different jobs, I resigned to go travelling, and I told my colleagues, I'm going to quit my job, I'm going to travel the world. Everyone said to me, "Oh, you're so lucky, I wish I could do that." And I thought, well, you know what, I'm not that lucky. I've made it happen for myself, and I want to show people how they can do it too.
Yes. Wonderful. I think it's a really exciting thought, and I think a lot of people, they just keep going back to the same place each year, knowing that they'd love to explore the world. So if there's something in your book that can help people realise that dream, I think they'll be thanking you for it. I think you'll have a queue around the block, really. Read it.
I think there's so much more that can be achieved if you kind of step beyond that 2 weeks holiday you're allowed to take as part of your company's annual leave policy. If you have, say, 3 weeks or a month or 6 months, and just having that freedom to kind of step out, and it just means you can see so much more. You haven't got to be quite so tied to your fixed agenda with everything pre-booked before you go. It just gives you that flexibility and just a different state of mind, different state of relaxation when you kind of get into week 3 or 4 and you think, "Oh, this is stretching out ahead of me. This is lovely."
Yes. Yeah. Wonderful. So I want to know a little bit more about you. Who were your biggest or greatest influences?
I think they probably change. I wouldn't say that I've kind of had standard influences all through my life. I mean, obviously, like my family, a big influence, and they've always been there for me. But I'd say that my influences do change on a regular basis, depending on what I'm doing, what my interests are, what I'm reading. So I really like this idea of you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So I think by surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, or who have skills and knowledge that you perhaps don't have, you can learn so much from them. So I try and have a mix of, an interesting book on the go. I listen to podcasts, spending time with friends who have similar interests or different interests that I can learn from. So my husband, for example, he runs a successful business. He's a composer, he's very creative. So I take inspiration from that. I'm reading The Happiness Project by Gretchen Rubin at the moment. I'm enjoying. I'm really into the Tim Ferriss podcasts at the moment. I just think there's lots of different sources of interesting people, interesting facts. And yeah, I think depending on what aspect of my life I'm looking at, and I can kind of seek out the people that have the knowledge that I need and learn from them.
Yeah, I love that, because it doesn't have to be fixed, does it? It can be flexible, and it is about context and what's happening for you. It made me think when you said that quote, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. And, when you said about the around you, and it's good to kind of have new ideas, new people around you who challenge your thinking and help you think differently. So wonderful. So I ask everyone this question: if you could add a person, a skill, or quality to your network, who or what would that be? Because I really think it's important that women ask more for what they actually want. And I think if you do ask, often people conspire to help you. So tell us.
Okay, yeah, so for me it's quite an easy one. I'm writing my first ever book, and I'm planning on self-publishing. So for me, I'm interested to speak to anyone who has experience or interest in self-publishing. At the moment, I'm kind of just finishing up the copy. So once that's written and I've got my finished manuscript, I need to know how to transform that into the finished product, the finished book. So anyone with kind of publishing experience, and that could range from proofreading, cover design, actually getting that uploaded onto the Kindle platform, and how the whole print on demand feature works. And then once I've actually got the finished book in my hands, I think there's definitely some work that needs to be done around the marketing, PR, launch, and that's not something I've got a great deal of experience in either. So kind of two prongs to my my search for help, really. Whether it's like-minded people who've done the same completely on their own, or whether there's people who run companies themselves that can assist with those, I'd definitely be interested in speaking to them.
Wonderful. Okay, so very clear ask, support with the book, whether that's getting it to the state of being a book, from your wonderful words, to actually how do I promote it? How do I let people know that this wonderful book's around in the world?
Yeah.
Brilliant. So a question: how did you get involved in the Happenista project?
Yeah, well, I saw you speak at the Assist conference in 2017, and I remember you told this wonderful story about how your husband, when he was a boy, he jumped out of an upstairs window, believing he could fly, and I think that was your message, to believe in yourself and see what happens. Obviously, your husband didn't fly, but he didn't break any bones.
He did survive, yes.
So that was during one of my kind of round the world trips. I just happened to be passing through London when that was on. So I think the Happenista project, when I started, that coincided with the kind of second leg of that trip, when I was really working on building my VA business, and also to be part of that network of very supportive professional women, I think is really valuable. A lot of people have got a lot of different experience, but most of all, everyone's just very supportive of everyone else. So, they're receptive to ideas, and, no one's ever shot down for, why are you asking about that? I just think it's a really nice group.
Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you. Yeah, I agree. Beautiful, wonderful women who all come together and very supportive of each other. So my final question: how did you, how can we get in touch with you? And I guess also, so how to, if someone wants to support you around your book, or if someone wants your VA services, or anything else for that matter, or maybe some advice on, traveling the world. How could we get in touch? I can't speak, sorry. How can we get in touch with you?
Sure. So I think the best way is probably by email. So I have a VA website, which is www.admin.land, so easy to remember. And my email address is sarah@admin.land. So please feel free to send me an email. I am also on Twitter a little bit, which is the handle @adminland.
Right.
So please feel free to get in touch.
Yes. So just checking your email address, Sarah@adminland. Anything?
Yeah, Sarah@admin.land.
Oh, admin.land. Okay, fantastic. Great. Well, it's been wonderful to speak with you. It's wonderful to have you as part of your tribe. And don't forget to send me an invite to that book launch, will you?
Oh, I will do. Thank you so much, Jenny. It's been lovely talking to you.
Thank you.